Hey everyone, PincheAl here, and we're back. And today's episode, we got a 2015 Toyota Corolla that needs new coils and plugs. So let's get to work, because this is PincheAl's Garage Service and Repair. First things first, on any of your projects that you're going to be working on, make sure you got your tools ready. So to remove the coils, they're 10 millimeters. They're 10 millimeter bolts right here. And then you just gotta pinch and pull this guy right here. Do that for all four, and then we'll show you guys what to do next after that. Like I said earlier, grab a 10 mil, pop these guys off. Oh, this one's in the way right here. That one's stupid. That one's on the... So all of them are facing forward except for that one on the back end. I have to get a ratchet for that one. My gun does not reach that. You can also use kind of a wobble extension. But no. We grab a ratchet. I'm going to grab the ratchet here and just get this guy going. It's up to you in what order you want to take them off and put them back in, or how you want to remove the clips. You can remove the clips prior, it does help, but honestly, these clips do go on pretty tight. Okay, once all four are removed, just pull straight up. Okay, every time you pull a coil out, please inspect the end for any oil, because that means the tube seals are leaking. If they're dry, you're good. Your valve cover gasket doesn't need any changing, or your tube seals don't need changing. Always check the ends and just rub your finger across it for any oil. After that, we're gonna grab our socket to pull the spark plugs out. Now, these Toyotas do use an abnormal size spark plug. If you guys can see here, give me just a moment. Let me focus on this. There you go. So this is a 14 millimeter spark plug end, okay? Now what you want to pay attention to is these are already pre-gapped. You cannot gap these. I don't recommend doing that. Part number LKAR7BIX-11S. All right. Very important. You'll see the breakdown right there. Other part number for these guys. You walk into just a part store, you're looking at 93501 for NGK. 93501. 14 millimeter socket. Now, you can just go in and start dropping them, but obviously we got to pull out the old ones. But what I mean is just drop them in. Try not to just drop them in. If they hit the bottom too hard, there is a possibility that you can change the gap, so we don't recommend doing that. Now that we got the socket and the extension in here, time to get it out. Now, one thing I will tell you, break them loose, turn them by hand, okay? Now there's a problem here. The socket and the extension don't fit all the way out. This blocks it, the rain tray. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit that, you're gonna take the socket off. If you brought your magnet, take that, pull your socket out, and then pull your spark plug, okay? And then we're gonna do a quick inspection on them, because we always wanna make sure we're good. Now, there's a little bit of oil on these threads. Smelling it. It smells old. But it's on the bottom, so more than likely we're good. And we want to inspect the gap here as well. When you do this, always double check your old one and your new one. Usually the gap will be similar in size. If they look very similar, you're good. If the gap is way out of range, you definitely due for some plugs. Now what we're going to do is rinse and repeat the process. Grab the socket, slide it down, grab your extension, push in, ratchet, and then keep going. Ratchet off, turn by hand. Don't need much to get these guys out. Pull up, push the socket down, that, and then magnet. And that's it. Again, inspection, look at it, make sure all the plugs are the same brand when you pull them out. Now this one has more oil in it than the other one. This one has oil all the way up the threads. Not a big fan of seeing that. And I can smell it too. So that to me says there's oil leaking somewhere. We just don't know where. Now, these are the VVTIs. I don't know if these are direct injected. Doesn't seem like, yeah, this is a direct injected engine. Maybe not. Manifold. I'm gonna have to research if these are just manifold injection, because there's a lot of oil here, and that's not good. When you start seeing oil on the threads, there's a leak somewhere. The ignition coils aren't getting any oil, so it's a possibility that the tube seal, there's a seal further down. Nothing I can feel, but they're getting oil in it. That's not good. I was talking to the lady. She says it doesn't burn oil. It leaks a little bit of oil, and I found the leak. It's out here on the side of the block, but it says it doesn't burn oil. She just says she's never had to add oil to this car, so it just might be just some really old bolts, and that's pretty much it. All right, we're gonna finish off here and then show you guys what to do next. All right, now that we have all 4 plugs removed, next step here is to add some copper anti-seize. I do this just for the prevention of the plug getting stuck or cracking. You just add a little bit to the threads just like that, and then repeat the process on all 4 plugs and then install. We got all 4 plugs set up to be dropped. I already dropped one. Now the process, don't just let them drop right in. Slide them all the way down, grab the tip of the plug, and then use one finger and slide as far down as you can go, and then let it go slowly. Don't just let them fall all the way down. Like I said earlier, you run a risk into dropping them too hard, and you can crack the porcelain, or you can bend the top of the actual plug itself, and then it's just gonna cause more problems, you know, because it's pretty far down there. Now, if you have a proper spark plug tool that has the magnetic end, you can just go and do that as well. But I'm not going to buy a spark plug tool for all the different spark plugs that I need. But sometimes you might have to if you do these cars all the time. And then by hand, we're going to tighten them all by hand first. Never just start going crazy on these things with a ratchet or a gun. Always get as far as you can by hand, and then work your way around that. Let's see if I can get this whole thing out of here. That sucks. I don't like that. And the reason when you would do it by hand as well, it prevents the chance of cross-threading anything. It prevents you from cracking anything or bending something in the wrong direction. You just never want to bend or crack something, especially a plug. I've had someone over tighten them and crack the porcelain, and the plug was just spinning inside of it. For me to get it out, I had to drill, pretty much pull the porcelain out and then drill the plug because the threads, not the threads, but the base of the plug right here snapped off. So I couldn't thread it off. I actually had to drill the whole thing, fill the chamber up with air, blow it all out, dump like a bunch of gas, suck it up. Like, it was a process to get that whole cylinder cleaned out. Just because someone decided, hey, I'm gonna do my own spark plugs and I'm just gonna over tighten them. Just sent them with the gun. And just one plug didn't make it. Please don't do it. All right, now that we're here, all of them are tightened down. Now we're gonna look up the torque spec for the plugs, and we're gonna spec these to the manufacturer specification and then go forward from there. Torque specs on your spark plugs is 15 foot-pounds. Got my torque wrench set to that, and here we go. And this is manufactured torque spec. One. Do not double check your torque specs on your spark plugs. One click and done. Again, they're porcelain and very thin metal. They will crack. All right, all 4 plugs are done. Come on, there we go. There we go. Ah, jeez. Now, the owner replaced 3 out of the 4 coils, and she's been having weird issues. So she wanted me to get all brand new coils for the car as a set. Thank goodness, because AutoZone gives us a whole set and they're guaranteed for life. So she'll be taken care of. If any of them fail, we can always swap them out and there'll be no additional charge. One thing that I love about being a community shop is that I only charge what people want to pay. So this lady did not understand that. And I told her, I go, I'll replace all 4 plugs, all coils, and the charcoal canister. The canister is not going to be until later next week because the part's not available yet. We have to order it. But she'll pay whatever she feels comfortable paying for the job. Plain and simple. Next step is the coils. We have the old ones up here. One fell down there. I'll get it later. We are using Duralast coils. Part number C17144-4. Okay, C1714-4 is the part number for these coils. All right, super easy job, and we have 4 brand new ones for her. And my local AutoZone had them all in stock. All right, I got the first coil in. Camera just died, but we're going to work on the next 3 and walk you through the process. It's super, super simple. Take your coil out. Remember the orientation. It goes in all the way down. Make sure it bottoms out until you get to that piece. Now, do not click it in. Get your bolt in first. Hand thread it all the way down. And then work on the next one. Clip everything in at the end. It's more satisfying. Now, one thing that really impressed me with these coils, from AutoZone especially, plastic, metal. See that? Metal, plastic. That's insane. That's impressive to me in AutoZone. I've never seen, when you buy an AutoZone part, the quality actually goes up versus going down. Now, that doesn't mean that the coil is better. I'm just saying, as a visual, it's nice. It's a nice to see, nice to have, that they use a little bit more quality on their parts. Now, whether it is better or not, that's a whole different story. All right, next step is click, 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 click. They all go in order. I'm going to tighten this one first, do all the way down, and then I can plug in this last wire. Now, all these go at 7 foot-pounds. They don't go on very tight, guys. Okay, last one to click in is this guy. Okay, that should be it. Now, the charcoal canister is going to be next week. That'll be another DIY for you guys, but that's the entirety of the job. Your next step is to fire up the car, make sure idle's fine, check for codes, and if you see any, clear them, and then go forward from there. I haven't pulled the codes on this. The customer already stated it had codes. I understand that, but now I'm going to go through it with the fine tooth and just double check if there's anything else that I can find before I go any further. You guys can hear it. Idle's nice. Oil's proper. Everything else is good. Only recommendation I have for the customer is get the canister back or ordered so I can replace it, fix that code for it, and that's it. Car runs great. She's very constant with her oil changes. Transmission's brand new on this car. Everything else has been perfectly fine. I found one oil leak that I will service when I do the canister. Just because I can't get to it unless I have to pull everything else on the left-hand side. So I'd rather not touch anything until I'm ready to work on that, get the car up in the air and all that for her. But I know where the oil leak is at. It's a simple oil leak. More likely it's just a little gasket that's on the side of the block. Just need to replace it and get that fixed. Valve cover is good. When it comes back for the canister, I'm also going to pull one or two of the spark plugs. I'm going to check for oil in the plugs. Besides that, I think we're good. If there's oil in the plugs again when I pull it out, then we're going to have to talk about where that oil is coming from. It's a possibility. This is like a two-step valve cover where there's two pieces to the valve cover, and there's like a sealant that goes around on the bottom one. I had to do this on another car. That really sucked a lot, but it is a job. They have to pull the cams out, take the valve cover off, and then get to the bottom portion of it and then seal that up. It uses a special sealant that comes only from the dealer. Car has over 130,000 miles. It should not be leaking if that's the case from there. So we're gonna see though when we get further into this. But the car idles beautifully. It turns on perfectly fine. One crank, two cranks max, and it fires right up. Again, very, very good sounding car. Not concerned for anything mechanical. It's all gonna be very, very simple stuff to fix if I have to go any deeper into this car for a service or repair. All right, thanks for watching PincheAl's Garage, service and repair. 2015 Toyota Corolla. Awesome little car, super reliable. Just keep your maintenance up. That's all I ask when you work on these cars or own one of these cars. Maintenance is key. One thing that is also very, very key, if it's an automatic, please service your fluid on your transmission every 30 to 40,000 miles on these cars. The dealer will tell you it's not serviceable. It is complete BS. They are 100% serviceable, and you can drop the pans, you can service them and fill it back up with fluid. Please do it every 30 or 40,000 miles. This car will run and drive forever as long as you keep that service intervals on those transmissions well taken care of. Same goes for the engine. Try not to do the 10,000 mile oil change. If you're doing full synthetic, 5,000 miles is perfectly fine on these cars. It's not super expensive, and it's the smartest thing you can do on these cars is just do your oil change on them every 5,000 miles. The car will keep giving you more and more over time. Peace out, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there, and have a great day. Peace out. Bye.